Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the number one source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter, and today is Tuesday, August the 27th, 2024. I am your host of Goldilocks Global Banking News, your number one source for the RVGCR updates. We're from around the world. Over 100 countries are subscribed and tuning in. Yes, Iraq. Yes, Vietnam. Yes, Korea. Yes, Bulgaria. Yes, the Netherlands. Yes, India. So forth and so on. And yes, Venezuela. Folks, I had my morning discussions with Goldilocks. We are seeing now that Goldilocks is providing updated rules and regulations, more coming out from the IRS, which is under the umbrella of the U.S. Treasury. Yes, the IRS is rolled under the Treasury. And we're seeing new foreign currency exchange regulations as it pertains to taxes and also cryptocurrencies that are also being rolled out in October. Yesterday, there were regulations for taxes from the IRS. Last week as well. Now we see in October, a lot is happening with new rules, new regulations for foreign currency exchanges. Let's jump right into it. This is from the agency, which is the Department of the Treasury Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. All right? Now, also, just so that you're aware, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network is the agency that was responsible for several months ago, several currency dealers that stopped selling certain denominations for particular currencies. And it was because of the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. So it's very important for you to pay attention. The Financial Crimes Enforcement Network is requesting comments on a proposed notice. At the end of this comment period, implementation begins. This is a proposed renewal. The following guidelines are expected of a broker-dealer during a foreign currency exchange. Well, folks, what is a broker-dealer? Whoever is selling you foreign currency. So this is a new rule, actually an amended rule that is in relevance to dealers, currency dealers for foreign currency exchange. And it says, in securities, which currencies are under securities, folks. In securities, brokers are to retain originals or copies of specified account or transaction records. So basically what this is saying, this new rule coming out, folks, is that currency dealers, whether it's a bank, an exchange location, they are responsible and required to retain originals and copies of records, and to secure and maintain records of the taxpayer identification number of persons for whom a transaction account is opened. So you open an account to purchase currency, that dealer, that bank is required to maintain records. A notice of request for comments ends in 49 days or until October the 15th. And here we have in the Federal Register where it will be recorded. The Federal Register is where regulations and laws are recorded from the federal government in our history books. Then we have from the Department of Treasury Internal Revenue Service Department. Yes, the IRS is rolled under the Treasury now, ladies and gentlemen, and it shows us. In fact, you're going to see the link in the description where you'll be able to see it for yourself. What's the agency? The IRS. What is it under? The Treasury. And what's the action? Final regulations. What are the final regulations? It is the new digital economy has expectations on those who receive money regarding their crypto transactions inside the new digital banking system. So folks, this is for those who receive crypto transactions in the quantum financial system. What is the quantum financial system? A blockchain. Brokers, which are banks or dealers, are required to file information returns, including providing payee statements, reporting gross proceeds of exchange transactions. So here we have the record keeping, the updated record keeping in the quantum financial system, by and large, from the new regulations for tax purposes. This mainly applies to those who have cryptocurrencies and moving them through the banking system, but it also includes digital assets inside a client's portfolio. It is clear that by the end of the year, the digital economy, which is the quantum financial system, is about to be seen as a legitimate currency. This also means much of the transition into the new economy will be formed by the end of the year. These regulations are expected to be effective on September the 9th, 2024. Then again, the link from the Federal Register will be recorded as a new rule and regulation. So here we have another one, folks. What are they preparing for? It's no coincidence what is coming in September and October with regulations. Also, this regulation makes way, this new regulation that I'm referring to right now that Goldilocks has shared regarding cryptocurrencies on September the 9th, it makes way for the U.S. Senate will now have a framework to go forward and begin the process of passing laws on cryptocurrencies here in the United States. The U.S. House of Representatives has already passed crypto regulation, is sitting with the House. Goldilocks continues. As you can see from today's articles, new legislative laws have been taking place on cryptocurrency taxation and renewing of tax gain laws on foreign currency exchanges. I'm going to repeat that. As you can see from today's articles, new legislative laws have been taking place on cryptocurrency taxation and renewing of tax gain laws on foreign currency exchanges. It is important to note that the foreign currency exchange protocols are changing due to movement away from a world reserve asset, which was the US dollar, to a trading-based digital economy utilizing local currencies. So we're moving away from the US dollar being the dominant world reserve currency, folks, to where countries will begin utilizing their own currencies for trade. This is where the strength of those currencies come in, whereby the values can begin to raise. Many changes to the currency flows and classification of currencies are currently undergoing credit valuation adjustments. What that means is many changes to the currency flows and classification of currencies are currently undergoing price adjustments. These changes will allow us to move forward inside a new international payment system. Folks, that payment system is within the quantum financial system. That payment system is what enables and allows our exchanges to happen on the blockchain. Now, Folks, I must share with you that this is amazing of what's happening in September with the crypto regulations and the amended tax gain laws for foreign currency exchanges coming out in October. So much is happening between September and October right before the election. These are regulations, several regulations that Goldilocks has shared with us, all being recorded into the Federal Register where laws and regulations are being reported. What a time to be alive. It's amazing. Enjoy this moment, folks. Cherish it. Appreciate it. If you have questions, please feel free to come into the Goldilocks QFS Dialogues room. We'll be able to answer any questions you have. But this is amazing. Here we have regulations, laws moving into place to allow us to move forward. Especially these regulations, these amended regulations on tax gain, on taxes for the gains from foreign currency exchanges. Be well, be love, be kind, be in unconditional love. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.